Okay, welcome back to Tech and Learning Live at ISTE 2015. My name is Kevin Hogan. I'm Content Director for Tech and Learning, and we are hot and heavy into the middle of the day here. Day number 2 for ISTE. Lots of folks, lots of vendors, lots of activity going on, and I've been corralling folks in for the hallways. Shawn is one of those, but Shawn, thanks for stopping by. Shawn Rubin is the Director of Blended Learning for the Highlander Institute in Rhode Island, right? Shawn, maybe you can give us a little background on the Highlander Institute.
Sure. We're a nonprofit serving to help scale blended learning practices. We work at the state level in Rhode Island. We also support district leaders, building leaders, and we are in classrooms helping teachers through demo lessons of how blended can look, what are some of the ways to integrate those pieces, and now we're part of the national conversation around what are some of the best practices to use with all those different stakeholder groups in terms of trying to shift what classroom practice looks like across the country.
Okay. Now I know this is not your first ISTE rodeo.
No.
What are your impressions of this year versus years past?
So I think it's been an incredible year. I actually have been running from conversation to conversation, which I think is one of my favorite parts of ISTE. It's like that opportunity. You get to reconnect with folks you maybe see once, maybe twice a year tops, and hear more about what's going on in their lives and what's going on with their programs and how things have evolved over the course of the year. It's kind of like a turning of the seasons kind of a thing. And we had an incredible year at the Institute, so we actually brought with us this year 12 of our Fuse Fellows. Fuse RI is a program that we run through the Highlander Institute, which is a pretty exciting program where we've taken a lot of what we call the early adopter educators from the state of Rhode Island, that over the course of the past 3 years, we've been kind of, shaking from the trees, getting them excited about the world of ed tech, getting them excited about making and design and all these different ways of kind of changing what their classroom practice could look like. And these early adopters have been really struggling because they're looking for leadership opportunities. They're looking to learn more and be able to share more and take on more responsibility in terms of how to shift practice across the state. And so we developed a 2-year fellowship in which the Highlander Institute team trains these fellows. We've got about 25 from our year 1 cohort. And then those fellows actually take 5 days out of, whether they're classroom teachers or building principals or district tech integration specialists, they take 5 days out of their day job to go into another district in the state of Rhode Island that we call our Fuse districts, and they work directly with the district admin teams to help game plan how to shift that district to blended.
Okay.
So some of these districts have gone 1-to-1, and that's about as far as they've thought about what the actual pedagogy was going to be in the classroom.
Right.
And these fellows are helping them to really rethink and do some of the legwork and the groundwork, and then we come in as the Institute to kind of bring some of the reputation and the actual research-based practices that are best for doing this work. And so our fellows are here. It's their first time at ISTE, and kind of seeing it all new through their eyes has been a lot of fun. And they're out there partying, bonding, seeing sessions, sharing best practice. It's been really an exciting trip for us.
That's fantastic. How have you seen just the phrase of blended learning change over the years? Is this something that people recognize now where they might not have before?
In Rhode Island especially, we were very lucky. We had a state commissioner of education that got it pretty early. Deborah Gist was kind of on the cutting edge and really used some of the race to the top money that we received to seed a model school for blended learning in the state of Rhode Island, Pleasant View Elementary. And that school has really been an incredible boon for the state in terms of moving district admins, teachers, principals through that school, letting them see kind of what it looks like in action. You really have to see what blended is in order to begin to shift and move your practice. It's not something that you can read about in a white paper or see in a framework. You really need to kind of experience it, and having that model school there and having the commissioner talk about Rhode Island being the first state to go fully blended, I mean, that's a real call to action. And so our district leaders are excited. They want to make the shift. Many of them aren't exactly sure what the first steps are, and so that's where we and the Fuse program come in handy.
Okay. What do you see on the horizon between now and ISTE 2016 in Denver?
So we're onboarding a whole new cohort of Fuse Fellows right now. Applications are actually due this Friday. And we're going to bring on a bunch of new districts as well, so we'll have an even larger crew. And then our year 1 fellows who are going into their year 2 of the fellowship are going to basically be creating self-paced projects for themselves over the course of the year, where they become the go-to expert around whatever it is that's of their interest.
Right.
So my expectation is that at ISTE in Denver, we're going to have Fuse Fellows presenting across the board. So
Excellent.
look out for them next year. They're going to be the best sessions you've ever been to.
Very good, and we'll be sure to cover all the Fuse programs and everything going on in the coming months. So thanks, Shawn.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin.
Nice to see you.